Welcome back, Mech Warriors. This is Mech Warrior Online Championship Series, the Invitational seeding matches. We have a bunch of matches coming up today. I'll go into a little bit more detail about those shortly, but I am your host, just call me Ash, and I've got Mr. Curlo with me today. How are you doing, pal?
A bit wound up and nuts, but that's what happens before the start of these things.
Ooh, yeah, that's true. There's a little bit of work involved getting all this stuff ready in the background. It's not just a case of you turn the computer on and then Twitch magically works. Especially not with the way Windows updates work. Anyway, what we have today is, as I said earlier, the three seeding matches. So basically, it's not in order. So bear with me while I run it through this. So it's RJF and MJ12 up first. Then we have, and that's the battle for 5th and 6th seed. Then we have, after that, Eon versus EMP, and that's the battle for 1st and 2nd seed. And then the third match is the battle for 3rd and 4th seed, like the little meat in the middle there, or maybe the big meat, I don't know. JGX and 228 Blackwatch. So, should be good games. It is best of 3 today. As we are moving into that middle sort of stage, sort of before sort of comp queue finishes, but before the sort of semi-finals start. So, should be some good drops today. There's already people discussing, I can see on the Discord right now, about how the results are going to go. So it's going to be quite, I think they're going to be quite some tight games. I'm interested to see this RJF and MJ12 games. I think they're going to be quite interesting, actually. These guys look like... oh, yeah, we do have map bans today, guys, as well. We're just setting those up in the lobby now. So let me know when you want to flick to that, and you can go through that whenever. No problem. Nice and easy.
All right.
What do we have? Zoom this out so I can see it. All right, here we go. So the map choices we have are Alpine Peaks, Canyon Network, Caustic Valley, Mining Collective, and Tourmaline Desert. So each team gets to veto one map each, and then basically the 3 left are the ones we're playing on, and from there we work out who's on what team, and which map is going to be 1st, 2nd, and then 3rd. So pretty good, and yeah, as Daidachi has been kind enough to sub again, thank you for the sub. All subs actually go to the prize pool. Any bits donated all go through to the prize pool for the tournament, which you can support on Match Reno. And yeah, if we get to $2,500 money raised for the tournament, which I think we're at about 1,800 now, I will do the streams in a pink tutu at some point. So, really not looking forward to having to do that. It's a bit, I don't know. Don't want to say outside my scope, but I mean, it's kind of in my scope, but not really. So yes, do support if you would like, guys. Oh, map band's on the way. You want to run through that while I watch it?
All right. So, RGF has banned Caustic Valley. Majestic 12 has banned Tourmaline Desert. So our first map is going to be Canyon Network. Second map, Mining Collective. Just waiting to see what third map will be if we get to it.
Well, I mean, it's got to be Alpine Peaks, but now they've got to...
Oh, sorry, I misread. First map is going to be Mining Collective.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, it's got new words on there. Someone updated the tool. That's pretty fucking cool. Hell yes. That's very nice. I like that. Excellent. You can see who voted for what. Oh, that's very awesome. I'm kind of surprised to see Alpine Peaks here for these two teams. To be honest, I would have thought Tourmaline, but you never know.
If you're confident in your distance trading ability, Alpine Peaks is a good map.
Absolutely. If you think you can control the map, or even have a good set strategy. We have seen in past comps, teams do some wacky stuff. I mean, I think it was Clan Crossfire. What's I think it was in in the Moore competition, or maybe it was the Sixers. I can't remember. But they did a little bit of a sort of a sneaky little linebacker push in and just blitz the opponents with almost a surprise attack. So It can happen. It definitely can happen. We're not going to... Well, we might see that today. I don't know. Who do we have? Who's blue team? That's RJF, right? Yeah.
Correct.
So RJF is on, what, Team 1 for the mining drop, MJ12 being on Team 2. Then they're going to flip for Canyon. So MJ12 is going to be on Team 1 for Canyon. And then same for Alpine, Team 1. Okay, all right. Okay. Let's do it. I am ready. Okay. Band, I'll let them know the bands are complete. Right, so it is, have you got a rules page handy we can flick to just to run it through for the viewers there at home? Some of them may not be aware of the rules. I'm not aware of the rules because I forget stuff all the time. I'm really hopeless with that. So we have, it is a best of 3 these rounds today. It is a maximum of 480 tons. And as you see from the 5-map pool, it's Alpine Peaks, Canyon Network, Caustic Valley, Mining Collective, and Tourmaline Desert. So that's where we're at with that. Strikes are allowed, of course. And this year's tournament, which is, I think, a really, really good addition, is the allowance of hero mechs. So being allowed to bring a hero mech, run a hero mech, hasn't changed it in terms of some heroes are massively imbalanced, but it's given mechs given teams a few little extra options here and there. For some little niches, we've seen a lot of quick draw IV4s. I think we've seen a couple of Death Strikes, some Urban Mech K9s. I think we even saw a Wolfhound Grinner at some point. I can't remember about that or not, but it does let you have a little bit more options in there. And I mean, look, PGI are flicking out MC like confetti, right? So I mean, if you don't have some of the heroes, doesn't matter so much. You'll just be able to, buy it next week if you do an event. So right now, these teams are just putting out their business and locking in. We are being fairly strict with the lobby times today. It is 5 minutes they have to lock in, I should say. And hang on, they're debating the map bands here. What are they talking about? Anyway, what we'll do, we'll go through a little bit of map strat in the meantime, shall we? Now, which map strat have you got? The one that I gave you?
No, but let me give you the link.
Oh, if you give me the one you're using, and we'll use that then. How's that? That'll work. Nice and easy. Oh, yes, it is. Well, having a little joke there that no one else can see because it's a secret. Okay, so we have Team 1 here is RJF. What am I doing? Oh, shit. Of course, I have the wrong colors. I do this every single time. Let me start again, shall I? RJF on this side, and MJ12s on the team side. Looks... What we're likely to see is, I suspect, some sort of control from these regions here from RJF and doing some business this way. MJ12s have been a little bit inclined to be a little bit more aggressive and pushing, we've seen. So perhaps something through here, going through this way, through the E4 area is also possible, but not as easy. Because unless you have every single mech with jump jets, you can't jump up over this little box here. It's a bit of a problem. So you need to come all the way around here, and that takes a really damn long time. So generally not the side that you get aggressive on with a push. Normally it is the D line at some point. I guess you can do this push over here through E4 as well, down the E line. A little bit risky, especially if RJF, like I said, have these mechs in here. They're going to see that push coming when MJ12 get to sort of this E5 region. They're already going to know they're coming. So a little bit hard. So the D line is generally the preferred line if they're going to push. That's what I suspect will happen. If not, MJ12 could set a mech up in here somewhere. Some mechs along here as well, potentially, and even some other mechs back here. They do have quick access to Theta. From the Team 2 side, you can get to Theta a little bit quicker and easier. And there is a lot of cover up here. Just on this building here. I don't know what I'm doing with the arrows. But, oh, now it's changed color on me! God, I hate this thing sometimes. So, it is, now the arrows are back. So, yeah, you can use this block here to, as some pretty good cover on Theta if you want to get your lights up and in there. And it can be a little difficult. I think Theta, as we saw in, I think, what was all the other drops that we had, all the other casts that we did the other week, was Theta is very, very important on Mining Collective if you want to try and control the engagement, force them into you, control the battle a little bit, all that sort of stuff. So very, very important. We'll see if the teams have been watching the other casts and then sort of see how it all sort of spelt out and fell down and what teams did right and wrong. And Theta, for the most part, was very, very crucial. Now, where are we at with these guys locking in? I should have set that. You know what I should have done? I should have set a timer. We'll do that for the next one so that we're actually watching them. Okay, so Team 1 is locked in. Actually, if you want to go quickly back to the map band. The map strat. I can quickly do some drawing here. So they're heavy alpha. Oh, choose wrong color. Heavy Alpha Lance, actually, and only a couple in Charlie and Bravo. So, Heavy Alpha Lance for RJF, that's really interesting. Really interesting. I mean, they've got to go this way then, if they're stacked so heavily. Most of their forces are on the bottom side, the east side of the map. So, maybe they are really expecting a Delta line push here from MJ12. And maybe the RJF guys are just going to sort of set up in this region and just pummel them on approach, perhaps. Very, very interesting. The MJs,
I wonder if they're going to go for a Theta Gamma Epsilon strategy instead of trying to go Kappa Theta Gamma.
Yeah, they could be foregoing Kappa entirely. Dead right. Only thing is, though, they've got two mechs in Bravo Lance. So, and I think Dez is one of their, light players. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember who's who plays what. I know the guys in Alpha Lance, they're heavier, more tonnage players. So that definitely fits in with a more ranged defense. And MJ12s are packed in heavy. Oh, keep getting the colors wrong. It's really starting to annoy me. Charlie Bravo heavy. There we go. So I think we're going to see a Delta line push and an E line defense. So here we go. I think they're MJ12 are ready. Just double checking. So yeah, just checking there. They're all readied up, but they're all unreadied. No team is under tonnage at this point. Every team is using the maximum 480. We have seen some drops at 470 and 475. Some teams opting for a faster, more maneuverable deck. Normally when that happens, the 5 or 10 ton sacrifice is normally in the sort of the light to medium to heavy department. So the teams have a wolf pack of 3 or 4 mechs that move basically the same speed, and then go try and hunt something down. So, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone is locked in and ready, and we are going to get underway for the first drop of this cast today. Hope you're all excited, because I am. Got a lovely little spinny circle there. This is nice. Hey, do we have an issue with the stream after?
We didn't get transcoding for some reason.
Oh, no transcoding. Oh, that's always a pain in the ass, isn't it?
So, for those of you that can handle the stream at full quality, great. I've got the recording of this, so it'll be posted later. That'll get transcoded, and we'll we'll get things sorted going forward.
Absolutely, we will. We will get it sorted out one way or another. So I think we're just going to do a quick stream drop after this, right? So it'll take a couple of minutes to sort that out, but don't go anywhere. We will do that after these 3 drops and do some resetting. You want to run through some RJF mechs while I have a peruse of the MJ12s?
Sure. So on the Gamma side, we've got a Cyclops, Summoner, Phoenix Hawk, and a Wolfhound. We've got an Annihilator and Urban Mech taking the middle lane, and a Grasshopper and a Vulcan running off to grab Kappa and Overwatch.
Yeah, so on the MJ12s, we have a early cap here from the Piranha, but mostly MJ12s kind of got a Vulcan here, we've got a Wolfhound, Urbi K9, and then all tonnage. So Blood Asp, Annihilator. Big tonnage there, and I feel like I'm missing a mech somewhere. Huh? Oh, sorry, it's the Night Gear and the Cyclops at the back. So there you go. Look at that, stacking heavy tonnage MJ12s there with 1, 2, 3 assaults and a baby assault in the Night Guy there. Basically an assault in a heavy body. So. Whoa. Looks like they are moving up here. MJ12. So Frio's actually got AC2s on this Annie. So a lot of face time. Higher sort of DPS option here. And all DACA actually. The Cyclops is Ultra 5, Ultra 10. Same with the Blood Ass as well. So MJ12 very heavy on the DACA. I think they're expecting to do some sort of push here at some point. But look at, I mean, RJF, they kind of know this is coming, right? It seems to me that they know it is at least anyway. I mean, look how they're set up here. Pretty much as I predicted. kind of get pretty good at this now, I guess. But, oh, strike. Just hits Plemishek there. Drops him by about 7%. Not too bad, but still every percent counts. Now, MJ12s, if you look at them here on the minimap, they're just balled up in a corner right now. This is not very good. Nick Drazari, whatever his name is, I always get it wrong. Just ate a little bit of a strike there on Theta. Not ideal. Again, you want to, you don't want to be eating too much damage. And RJF are doing what they have done previously, basically corralling their enemies into exactly where they want them, and then they'll push on them. Texan Scrublord over here shooting the walls on the silo a couple of times there. Not a little bit of wasted heat there. Not doing a hell of a lot. You don't want to be shooting walls. You want to be shooting the enemy mechs, We have Plemishek here in the Annie slowly starting to move up. Terminator here in the UAC 5 Cyclops starting to move up. Oh, Nick Draziri here is in with ERPBCs in a Summoner. Oh, sorry, no, he's Ultra 10s. Oh, sorry, I thought he was Ultra... Oh, Nick is taking an absolute beating from Conglord. And Frio finishes him off. I don't think Nick had any idea that Blood Ass was sitting there on that wall. That is a very, very important kill there for MJ12. Whiteus and Slave Labor now are down some percentages too. Brower's actually, for MJ12 here, Brower is just about neutered. He's got an open torso and a nearly open CT, so that's not going to do him very well soon.
Yeah, Brower was getting tagged from 2 different angles at the same time at the start.
Oh, Frio as well is now caught on the torso, on both torsos nearly actually. Plemishek though, and you know what? Plemishek might be the carry here in a very fresh Annihilator, provided the Piranha does not nibble on his butt. So MJ12 are coming back around here, basically back to where they, back to where they started down at D-line, because RJF are now getting very, very aggressive here on the right. Labor is one touch CT now, one good shot. Letty the Wyvern is somehow dodging every single artillery strike. I don't know how that happened. That is absolute pure luck there. Texan finishes off Slave. Not surprised there. He's already seen the
good pick on his back with that one.
Yeah, very good pick. I saw him coming around the side there. Conglord is nearly open on the torso, not open on the CT. Letty is absolutely ruined though because he's legged and he's open, so he's about to die any second now. There he goes. MJ12 are going to pull this off, but they're all very, very low percentages. All Plemishek needs to do here, Plemishek has gone round the back here in the Annie. He's trying to circle around, but Plemishek gets John McFuzzy. Plemishek could do this if he gets support. If he gets support, there's no reason why he can't do this. Oh, but Death Menos in the little Irby is in his back there. Plemishek finishes off Konglord. Ocular finishes off Whiteus. The RJF assaults are coming in here at the last minute. They might be able to do it. There's so many ruined mechs on MJ12's side. Oh, Death Menos flying through the air in the Irby. Plemishek has still got enough weapons here to do some damage in 3 Ultra 5s. Oh,
how'd he sneak through that?
Oh, how did he miss that airstrike there? And Plemishek is about to go down. He's lost all the armor on that torso, and Plemishek has now lost all of his weapons. This is going to go in favor of MJ12. Well done. Well done.
Terminator still kicking.
He's still kicking, but I just I don't think he's got enough kicks in that leg left, to be honest, to keep all the other ponies on the MJ12 team. Well, I think Plemishek then maybe doing the long road around the back, maybe not the best idea, leaving the Phoenix Hawk, and I think it was, I don't know what it was. I think it was the Wolfhound as well, just to kind of get picked off there while he did go for that flank. I mean, it was a good idea to, you know, sort of roll into the rear of them and do a lot of damage, but wasn't quick enough. Oh, run through the damage numbers. Look at this. Ooh.
Right, so for MJ12, your heavy hitter was Frio in the Annihilator. 647. Actually, the whole team putting up good numbers. 500 damage out of Konglord. Texan and Death doing 500 plus. Brower in the Cyclops, only 305. John McFuzzy, 284 in the Night Gyre. Khan in the Wolfhound, 206. Looking at the RGF side, decent spread there as well. Terminator in the Cyclops, 540. Desertu at 465. White Eyes Pummelcheck in the 400s. Slave only 139, the Wolfhound.
Yeah, Slave got picked pretty hard there. I think that might have been maybe the controlling factor there in that sort of that mid-game fight, but I kind of feel like RJF didn't really need to push. They probably could have gone back and taken Epsilon. I mean, they had like you sort of said earlier, you know, that Gamma Theta Epsilon. There was kind of no need for them to get that aggressive. They could have just let MJ12 sit there in that tiny little pocketed corner. They could have sat there all day. You've got no map control from there. So, well, interesting. First drop out the way. Maybe a little bit of nerves playing a little bit of a part there too. We have to swap the teams over, right?
Correct.
Oh, you see, a bit early here this morning. I've only had a couple of hours bloody sleep. Couldn't sleep last night. Very annoying. Right. I'll run through a little bit of map strat here very quickly. I'll just do some very fast doodling on the sheet here. So MJ12, as I kind of expected, came up here and then just stalled right here in Delta 4. Some of their lights coming back here a little bit just to do some little harassment, but there was an early cap on Gamma here and Theta and Kappa for RJF. But then after that, though, basically RJF sort of set up a wide firing line here. We're kind of getting some okay trades in, but not enough. And a lot of the RGF guys are sort of set up here, which is a little bit hard to get some shots into that D4 region. So they did have to rotate it around a little bit. MJ12s again, just sort of sitting here. They did take Sigma as well. I think they nabbed. They did learn Kappa at some point, very, very quickly. And what happened then was RJF started to sort of move up. The Annihilator sort of going across this way, I believe. Cyclops coming up through here. And again, MJ12 still just... Oh, she was wrong color. MJ12 were again just sitting here in this little D4 pocket here. think the hurtful kill here for the initial RJF push here was slave labor. Sorry, not slave labor. It was who was in the damn summoner? Can't remember. Oh, Nick Drazari. He was right here on this corner in Delta 4 and was looking at the Annie or something, trying to double tap his UAX, and then Konglord was just sitting right here in the Blood Asp and just basically double tapped him in the CT. 1-2 dead. So that definitely hurt, I think, RJF considerably right then. They didn't need to go, in my opinion, past this line whatsoever, right here. RJF did not need to go any further than this on the map, but having two mechs up here fairly early, the MJ12s then started to pick them from the left, the right, further right, and then another further right on the side here. MJ12 ended up moving back to here, and at that point, once MJ12 did move back to sort of this D4, D5 silo region to pick off Phoenix Hawk that was sitting there, and then the Irby that was up here, the Plemisheck Annihilator ended up going all the way around the back here with, and then the Cyclops, same deal, all the way around here. Took him a good 15 to 20 seconds to get there, and that really, really cost the fight, I think, to be honest. So, RJF, strong opener, but didn't end up converting it into a win.
Alright, well, meantime, we've changed maps. We're now on Canyon Network. Teams have been shuffled around. I've only messed it up 3 times.
Only 3 times? That's okay.
Yeah, I'm improving.
Well, we only messed it up about 5 or 6 times a cast, so we're like halfway there already. Okay, now, who do we have where? Okay. MJ12 are on team 1. They're pretty crappy.
Yes.
Crappy 12 there. And RJF are up there. MJ12 are going pretty heavy Alpha Lance. Pretty heavy Charlie Lance. What I would imagine is MJ12 have been fairly constant. I've done this a couple of times, as have a lot of teams gone where they light pack, sort of push very early to Kappa. See if you can pick off a kill or light mech, convert an early kill into your favor or not. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Who was the cast the other week when with the Warhawk ended up coming to Delta 3 and Delta 2 and just chopping everybody up for breakfast. I forget who dropped that was, but someone will remember in the chat when we get to that point. MJ12 is locked in, cool. RJF now are stacking fairly. See, there we go. Alpha and Heavy Charlie. And they might be dropping under tonnage. Look at that. So RJF dropping a little bit under tonnage. Just launch whenever you want, mate. I'll just stop talking. So RJF a little bit under tonnage here, 475. Probably not going to be too aggressive at Kappa, I would imagine. Not many mechs in that Alpha Lance. So maybe they're going to give up Kappa here. Take Theta early, go for Theta Epsilon and Sigma. Epsilon is probably a very tall ask from Team 2 side. So it's going to be interesting if they do let Kappa go. What are RJF going to do about it? But we're about to find out, so that's okay. Yeah, once we load in, of course. Okay. Oh, okay, I've spawned right in front of a little urban mech.
K9 by any chance?
What?
Is that a K9 by any chance?
It is a K9. Yeah, he looks a bit sad when his arms are down. The old Irby when he's sort of in power down mode. Okay, you want to run through MJ12s this time, and I'll a quick look at what we've got on the RJF side.
All right. For MJ12, we've got a Jenner 2C, Huntsman Prime, Cyclops, Vulcan, Piranha, Blood Asp, Annihilator, and Vapor Eagle.
There's a fairly similar drop there. MJ12s, we have, again, Wolfhound, Vulcan, Roffelman 2C, interesting, Victor 9A1, Hellbringer, Virago, and again, another Summoner, and again, the Cyclops 2, so... Wow, okay, so MJ12 going, even though they started in Alpha Lance fairly heavily, it looks like they've done a bit of a fake here, and they're going to do it just in a big aggressive Epsilon push. RJF have obviously called this, they've seen it.
Yeah, they've backed off Kappa.
Yeah, their lights are coming back off Kappa very, very quickly, so very good awareness there from RJF. Lots of Russian shouting going on right now, no doubt. YDS's Victor's only got 2 Ultra 10s. That's interesting. I feel like that's a bit lighter. Lots of strikes dropping out here. Slave Labor is about to walk into a strike. No, he ran away from it. That's good there. Texan Scrublord here in the Piranha running around the back. Trying to get some angles here, but come back in the Jenner 2C, which is a shotgun builder's already lost an arm. So kind of taking his combat effectiveness down a little bit there. They're on the Vulcan here. MK getting nailed there. Oh, he nails the Jenner though. Oh, that fat CT on that Jenner gets absolutely wrecked there. MK is
Texan
still somehow
slag.
alive. Finishes off Texan as well. Ocular now in the Vulcan 5T is going to be in some serious trouble. Brower in the Blood Asp is already CT caught and lost his torso here on this hill. He must have overextended at some point and been absolutely punished for it. Frio trying to do some work here and help out Konglord. Konglord shut down! Konglord shut down in the Annihilator and goes down, gets CT punished. Oh dear, this is going very, very, very badly for MJ12. This could be an 8-0. MK needs to protect his mech and they can pull off an 8-0 here. MK isn't even legged yet. Oh no, Scout Derek there. Huntsman Prime with ATMs finishes him off. Vulcan Dav comes in and knocks Ocular out. Nick finishes off Frio, and that's Derek about to die. Derek overheated as well. And Jongmin Fuzzy goes down too. Ooh, dear. That was a very, very big, quick reply to losing that previous drop. Holy moly. 1 apiece. What was that? 3 minutes? No.
Under.
Yeah, less. Good lord. Well, good drop's a quick drop, right? 2 minutes 45. Game over. Lasts about as long as quick play on this map. Well, we run through some damage, mate. Not that there's much to tell here, but okay.
All right, well, we've got actually fairly even spread across both teams again. Everyone's being effective. Your high damage on RJF goes to Pemelchek in the Rifleman 2C at 442, but nipping at his heels, Dezertu in the Hellbringer at 406, and then very slight taper down from there. 300s for most of the rest of the team on MJ12. Damage numbers are a bit more suppressed. Frio on the Cyclops able to get 434 out. John McFuzzy right there at 395, but the rest of the mechs just weren't on the map long enough to push those damage numbers over 300. Yeah,
yep, no one lived very long there. A lot of really low damage. Not a lot of torso twisting going on there. Maybe a bit more YOLOing. I feel like RJF definitely commanding position there with 2 mechs in Junkyard. Absorbing that MJ12 push very, very, very easily, and some excellent pinpoint focus damage there. A lot of the assaults going down so quickly for MJ12. And the other thing too is some shutdowns. I think Derek shut down. I think Konglord shut down. Like, oh, if you're going to bring, I reckon, if you're going to push and you're going to do an aggressive Epsilon push, you can't bring mechs that are going to overheat in 3 seconds. You know, you have to have some sort of a little bit more sort of sustained damage capable mechs there. Otherwise, you have to walk back into cover or shut down. You know, this is the other option. You don't want to be shutting down like poor Congo did there, right on Epsilon, and just get absolutely manhandled by the enemy team. Well, that was quick. So now we're off to Alpine Peaks. We don't need to swap teams. Pretty easy. Very good. I like it. Mate, we're going to be into the next drop before this drop. This drop will be finished on the stream, and we'll already be starting the next one at this rate.
That's the way it's supposed to work.
Yeah, well, yeah, in the perfect world, right? That's very nice. Okay, so MJ12 up the back over here on Team 1. 2, RJF. Now, what do? It's the age-old. What do you do about Gamma? Do you take it? Do you not? Because these two caps here, Kappa and Theta, are basically a surefire guarantee for Team 2. Sigma is very questionable for either team. Either team can take Sigma a little bit easier from Team 2 early on, but also very susceptible to strikes from Team 1. You can lose 40-50% on your mech from one single strike at that Sigma location very, very easily. So if you go there very early to do a super quick light cap, we saw that a lot during the Invitational. Mechs getting absolutely slammed by airstrikes for sitting on Sigma, even for that half a second too long. And it's just enough to punish you. So I think Gamma is always a good option for teams to take. I mean, especially Team 2. I mean, say you do this, right? You go Team 2, you send one mech out here to Gamma early, you take Kappa and you take Theta, and all you then do is just delay Sigma for the enemy team, and you've got a comfy, fat, lazy 3 cap from Team 2. You don't have to work for it, you don't have to go too far. Pretty easy. Just looking at this, MJ12 look like they're about to have locked in, and they are Charlie Bravo. So no mech and Alpha Lance would suggest that they are not going to even bother contesting Gamma whatsoever. Maybe they're going to be more aggressive again. I don't know. MJ12 so far tonight have been fairly sort of move forward for centric in their 2 drops and all their drops together so far. So we'll wait and see what happens there. I would definitely have liked them to see them take Gamma though, because this map can very much go down to caps, or at least cap pressure is very, very important. I feel on this map very, very early in the game, to accrue as quickly as possible all those juicy little tickets. Now I've got some guys moving the Lancers here for RJF. Okay, interesting here. Got a bunch of guys in Alpha and Charlie at the moment. I definitely feel like an RJF Gamma nibble here, and maybe, as I sort of said, Gamma, Kappa, and Theta plan here for RJF, and then all you need to do really is then send a mech up here, and he can control that whole Sigma region from sort of Kilo 8. Or you can even get a little bit more aggressive and get sort of the Juliet 7, and you can control this whole area of the map from those areas quite well. I think we will see MJ12 try and use the ridge here. Kind of important. Handy to have at least one mech up there, provided you watch your back. Because what can often happen is you get a sneaky little red mech from the red team does his little business at Gamma and then sort of runs up the back here. So you have to be mindful of that. Always mindful. Very easy to get to Hotel 8 in a light mech. But without further ado, we're dropping. So I'll just stop talking and we'll get into the loading screens.
And hopefully everyone's paying attention to the helpful tips.
Helpful tips? We have tips?
Oh yeah, gloss rifles can be critical. Did you know that?
Exactly right. Okie dokie. Yeah, wait for the mix to fly in and stuff. Oh dear. Still no mix. What's going on? Someone's loading very slowly. I don't want to touch any buttons, so I don't want any spectator bugs today.
There's the music.
There we go. There's the music. Here are the mechs. They're all landing in. I'll go down the RJF. Oh, I need to fly down the other end of the map. Have a bit of a look. You want to run through Team 1?
Alright, so for Majestic 12. Interesting mix-up. We've got Incubus, Ice Ferret, Sun Spider, Wolfhound, Blackjack, Battlemaster, Stalker, Warhawk.
If you can see my face right now, it's got full PogChamp because RJF are taking the hill here in a bunch of light mechs. I think they may be expecting MJ12 to take the Ridge Hill, and they are kind of headed there. This could be some super hard play here from RJF if they can pull this off. Ho, ho, ho! Look at this, a 4-mech wolf pack for RJF coming up here. Oh, I wonder if MJ12 spot this. If they, yeah, they've spotted it. Okay. I don't think they've spotted all of them, though. They need to be smart here. Oh, no, MK just exposed himself. I'm not sure that was the smartest move at all. MJ12 now know exactly what's about to go on here. Terminator 20 here with the Blackjack 3 with 3 ER large. I would have thought the 1 DC would be a little bit better. Maybe the 3 has a range quirk, but the 1 DC has a duration quirk. Very, very good for ER large lasers, actually. But look at the caps. No one's really done anything. We've got a Hellbringer Virago capping Kappa. I feel like this is a bit of an oversight here from RJF. They could have at least nudged Gamma by now. But from taking these positions, they've freely allowed Theta to... Oh, no,
they held him off.
No, comeback not on Theta long enough. So a lot of trading going on here from the RJF side here. Not major percentage losses. Des took a little bit of damage then earlier, though, from... what's the Battlemaster on the hill here? Or Ice Ferret or something? He's sitting at 83%. You want to be a little bit careful. You don't want to lose your Virago too early. It does have the longest range in the game, so you don't need to be where Des kind of is. You can be a little bit further back. But I mean, you almost should have the Battlemaster there, or the Stalker in place of the Virago. It feels like the Virago is kind of in the wrong spot here, but Texan Scrubberlord here in an Ice Ferret with 2 ERPPCs, already cherry red on the CT with the armor. So not too much left there. And the Wolfhound 1 for Ocular has 3 ER larges for MJ12. 3 ER larges on a Wolfhound. Whoop. That is some hot mech. It's a very hot mech there. Des eating some trades again. He's down to 78%. Slowly picking away. I'm just trying to have a look at these lights on the hill here. They're what are they? They're all sort of medium pulse. So RJF are looking for an angle to push here on. They've got 2 medium pulse mechs, the Vulcan and the Wolfhound here. Both medium pulse. They need an angle. Oh, there's a strike on top of the hill here. Slave labor. Has he seen it?
He's running.
Oh, geez, if that was an airstrike, that would have nailed at least one of them, but it was an arty strike, so no joy there. No joy. Meanwhile, we've got a cap problem, because RJF still have not done anything about Gamma. They let Theta be free capped when kind of didn't need to, and in the meantime, Des now has taken an extremely bad trade, lost part of his torso, and is now down to 3 ER larges with an orange to almost cherry torso. He has to be very, very, very careful now. Right now, what he needs to do, he needs to move. He cannot stay there. He cannot keep trading that corner. If he loses his torso, he's going to lose even more heat capacity and another ER large. He needs to flick around another corner and use a different angle right now. A good little airstrike there, but missing Brower and Freo. I'm just heading over to the MJ12 side to see what's going on in the back line here. But they've got really good map control here now, MJ12, when I don't think they kind of should have been allowed to get it. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, they've been able to sneak under RJF's hill control. which I'm a little surprised they haven't pounced on.
Yeah, IJF are just because they've locked themselves in here. They've brought these medium pulse mechs that can't do anything, so they have 2 less traders on the team, basically to do anything. And I mean, they're starting to move up now in their light mechs. Slave Labor here and NK are starting to move up and get a little bit more aggressive with that medium pulse, because I mean the tickets, right? They got some problems. We've got some mechs here on Theta slowly trying to move up, but Plemishek is down to 42%. Oh my God, Plemishek's been cooking himself. Look at him. Look at his body. He's just lost an arm you see T's open. His leg's got structural damage to it. Everything. Cooking himself. Cooking. But Dithmenos, actually, up on the back here. Have a look at little Dithmenos here in the Blackjack 3. He is CT crit. Right in the back corner behind Sigma. I think it's behind Sigma. Yeah, behind Sigma. He is CT critical. One touch, he'll be dead. So we've got the medium pulse little bandits having a little bit of a fight here. Trying to pick off and annoy Battle Masters and Wolfhounds and stuff, but they can't do anything about that. There is no way 2 medium pulse light mechs are going to have any effect against 5 big fat boys from the MJ12 team. Konglord finishes off Plemishek here. I feel this is the start of the snowball. Letty finishes off Texan, though. That's a good little kill there. That's a good little kill. Very important. Medium pulse mechs can now start to maybe do a little bit of flank on this. I think it was a Charlie 5 corner, I think. I can't remember. G7 corner. That's the corner it is. The G7 corner. I'm going to have a quick look at the map straight there. They can put some pressure on here if they want and close in, but they have to do something. There's a strike on John McFuzzy here in the Sun Spider. A big airstrike on Brower. Oh, RJF are now getting really aggressive. Slave gets down Ocular. MK gets down McFuzzy. Nick gets down with Menos. RJF going to somehow pull this back, but they need the caps. Oh, it turns into a full cap strat now. MJ12 have to do the caps or they are going to lose. Out of nowhere, with a 300 cap lead all of a sudden, they are 400 cap lead, they might actually lose the game. Oh no! Terminator gets Brower down. Frio finishes off Leffy. That's the light. That's, well, one of the lights. It's a Panther. It's pretty important to get down. Konglord finishes off Slave Labor. Another light down. Ooh, Nick Drazari and Konglord going at it, but Konglord is presenting his bottom like a primate on the heat to the enemy. This is not good. He's getting shot from every angle. Konglord goes down. Oh, dear. There's a 3 cap in favor of MJ12. Backed here in the Incubus SA, whatever hero that is, with 2 ER large on it. I don't think he's going to be able to delay. What he needs to be doing is almost going for the long run right now to Gamma or something. I mean, they're going to lose Epsilon because he's not in a position to delay it, and he's going to die. Uh-oh, they're going to leg him. Oh, what a turn of events. IJ12 turn it around. I didn't expect that to happen. Did not expect that to happen. Oh, that was very good push there from RJF. The percentages were not in their favor. Plemishek was already down. He was already at like 40% before anyone had even started moving anywhere. Oh, there you go. RJF 2-1 over MJ12. That puts them into, what is it? I believe 5th position, and MJ12 are 6th. Let's go with some damage numbers, mate. Ooh.
Okay, well, RJF. Desertu, as much as we were saying he was too far forward, 619 damage, 1 kill, 6 assists, so he was doing work there. 401 out of Lathe, Terminator 395, Nick 384, Volkadev 391, all RJF working hard in that match. On MJ12's side, Konglord 506 out of that Warhawk, Deathmentos 489, Frio 403, Wolfhound of Ocular doing 246, Texan in the Ice Fair at 224, so decent numbers. And at the start, they had the control.
Very interesting game. Tell you what, let's do some quick map strat here, and then maybe we drop the stream and get all that reset. So, RJF doing this little light business over here, and then some light business over here, and then some light business over here, and then some light business over here. It's kind of how it went for the light movements there for RJF. MJ12 being critical sort of points. I think it was there. Moving up to Theta fairly early. Had a few mechs around here as well. So yeah, I think had some mechs here. And yeah, Des was there. I feel like Des actually probably got a good strike off on these H7 mechs around here at one point. I mean, 600 damage is a lot for Virago missing a laser very early in the game. So I'd be very, very much tending towards that was a good strike at some point. Not taking away the damage or anything, but I definitely feel that is where that came from. But yeah, I mean, RJF not taking Gamma at all, taking Kappa early, and basically MJ12 controlling this entire section of the map here, somehow lost when the RJF guys kind of moved up here, and then unsuspectingly here, the other RJF crew, the assaults, moved up through I6. I mean, I know that MJ12 knew that they were coming. I just don't think they reacted quick enough or strongly enough. They finished off Plemishek, got him down very, very early, but I think they allowed the other assaults. Oh, who was it now? Let my brain work this out. It was Nick in the Battle Master to sort of keep moving up there and really do some work, and then Conlord then getting caught in some crossfire and stuff going on. Oh dear, very, very interesting. Well, there we go. That rounds out that drop. Do you want to drop the stream and restart it, and we'll try and get some transcoding for all these lovely people at home, or maybe at work that might be watching on some crappy connections?
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. So, stream is going to drop. You're going to see about a 30-second gap, and then hopefully when we come back, we're going to jump right back into it, hopefully with transcoding.
Beautiful. All right, we'll be back in a minute, and in this moment, I will take a couple of seconds break while we restart. After